I am so fed up with this new generation of men. They literally don't want to get you no flowers. They don't want to take you on no dates. All they want to do is ask you what you doing all day long and tell you lies. Like, I'm over it.
So y'all rather reach in the back and get the bad boys, you know, the ones that look good, the one that got the popularity, the one that got the money but no character. That's the man y'all go for. Because, right, you would rather cry in a Bentley, right? Yeah, no, I'd rather not cry at all. See, and the good men at the front going to work faithfully, ain't out all night, ain't clubbing in bed by 8 watching anime. Them the ones. I'm telling you now, them the ones. But see, look, them the ones that y'all be saying that give y'all the ick, right? No, it's not the ick. You just want the bad boys. The good men is the men that y'all be ghosting because y'all say they too nice.
We have an epidemic of black men, especially coming out of prison, being miseducated, who are also looking for women who have the bag. So it's actually both ways. Yes, you got a lot of sisters who are all about that materialism. It's all about the money. They don't want to see you unless you got it. But we also got it with the men, where if the women ain't got no money, he don't want to see her either. I think a part of it is the artifact of capitalism. I think another part of it is we as black people have become more materialistic than we've ever been, and we may be more materialistic than white people. We worship money. Black people in European society worship money, not just the women, but the men do as well. But I will say this, to your point, one of the areas where I think black women definitely have to improve, and this is along the line of economics, which you're discussing. One of the big differences I notice between black women and white women when it comes to black men. A white woman will look at a black man for his potential. The black woman will look at the black man for what he's able to provide for me at this moment. The white woman is evaluating the black man with an eye to the future. The black woman is evaluating the black man with an eye to the present. And so because of that, the white woman will find a black man who has nothing, but she sees the potential. And she will help him work and build to fulfilling that potential. And a lot of times when we see brothers with these white women, he didn't meet her after he got rich. He met her when he was broke, and she built him into the millionaire he is today. Black women are going to lose, although I totally dismiss interracial dating. For men and women, it is not justifiable or acceptable. But because we're under the hypnosis of religion, which has us trapped into multiculturalism in every aspect of our existence, including marriage, that reality is going to be with us for a while. Black women need to start finding black men who have potential and then investing in them. Since you make more money, use it to invest in your husband's dream and potential so your money is working for him and you at the same time. But this mindset of you need to have the bag when I meet you, come back and find me when you get the bag. You know what the problem with that is? When the man does finally get himself together, the black man, it might be 10 years after he met her. So even though he got it together, he ain't interested in her no more. You 10 years older. You no longer look like you used to look. Some things have changed about you since I met you. So I'm not looking you over because I think I'm better than you. I'm looking you over because I've actually outgrew you. That's not a justification to go to the snow bunny because he shouldn't be going to her at all. But my point is, black women post childbearing age or near the end of it are not going to be as desirable to men their exact age who still want to build a family. Men can make children forever, women cannot. And what I see is too many sisters are wasting their 20s and their 30s by screwing around, dating without a goal, messing with anyone because he's cute, I'm sexually attractive. Women, black women are wasting their 20s and 30s dating randoms instead of planning for the future. And then when they get 40 and they say, uh-oh, 37, uh-oh, I need to find me a man and hurry up and pump a few babies out before it's too late. And now you're not at the top of the food chain no more. And then you want to blame black men for the fact you were not serious when you were at your best. Why were you not husband shopping in your 20s? Why were you not husband shopping in your 30s? Why did you waste your 20s and your 30s and now you want to settle down at 45? After you done gave all your good years away. So black women do have to take some responsibility for the fact that just like black men, they are not getting serious enough about family until later in life. I just came across an article. People across the world, regardless of race, are marrying later. But black people are particularly marrying later. Nothing wrong with that. I'm going to be marrying later, but I'm not a woman. I don't have a limit as to when I will stop having children. There's no expiration date on my reproductive capability. Women have a expiration date on their reproductive capacities, and that's why black women cannot afford, especially with the low amounts of available able-bodied black men. Not only do you have an expiration date on your reproductive ability, you belong to a race whose men are being intentionally targeted for marginalization and elimination. So you don't have enough to choose from. Who told you it was okay to wait till you're 40? But the white girl, she got married right out of college. 21 years old, she's already married. 22 years old, she's already married. Black women had better stop being so materialistic where they're looking for men who already got it going on. You better find a brother with potential and invest in him the same way you invest in your high heels, the same way you invest in your weave, the same way you invest in your fingernails, the same way you invest in your vacations. Invest in your husband. The feminist attack on black women ain't new. It's been around for a while and it's getting worse because they're going younger. They're going younger. 30 years ago, you didn't hear about feminism until you were in college. 15 years ago, you heard about it in high school. Today, middle school and elementary school black girls know what feminism is. So it's already here. And the lesbianism recruitment system is second to none. The lesbians are recruiting our daughters better than the Jehovah Witnesses recruit for their church.
Excellent.
They are snatching these girls up and turning them against black men. But it's disingenuous on the part of the white female because although she may fall out with the white male, she never cancels him. Because at the end of the day, the white woman knows the only power she has is in the white man's ability to protect and defend her. Unlike the black woman who will cancel the black man, the white woman will criticize the white man, but she will stop short of canceling him. But here's the other thing though. Are we not making it easy for them? See, this is where I think black men have to take accountability. Are we not making it easy for our women to get recruited and daughters to get recruited by the feminist movement? So many black girls don't have their fathers in their lives. So many black girls are molested and abused. Black girls are introduced to trauma from black men at a very early age. And if her father isn't around, it triples the likelihood that she will be offended against sexually in some way. Look at domestic abuse in the black community. Black men are beating the shit out of their women. I see this as a therapist. It's in the statistics. The rage we have from racism, we're taking it home and we're taking it out on the only person who has our back, and that's our African queen. We got to deal with that as men. So the point that I'm trying to make is the white man is doing his job. The white woman is doing her job. But we as black men are offering no pushback and no counterattack to this movement that is robbing black women of the right to have a black man. And so we also have to stop making this mistake. See, one of the ironies of this black male female situation is most black men are raised by their mothers too. And because many of us are raised by women and many of us never had a man at all in our lives consistently, we react to disagreement the same way women do, emotionally. So when you go on YouTube, you see these feminine men arguing back and forth with black women. Men don't behave like that. We express our position, we express our disagreement. Men move on. Men move on. But I am seeing men engage in the same cat fights with women that women are known to have with other women. You can't do that and expect black women to respect you. It's okay to have a respectful, dialogue, but when you start arguing, yelling, cursing, condemning, I'm totally disappointed in the fact that I see black men all over YouTube, from all over the world, telling the world they don't want their women, telling the world they don't value their women, making excuses when black women get beat, shot, killed, disrespected. We should never behave like that. We should never behave like that. African culture is about a balance and a complementarity between the masculine and the feminine. We are not better than each other, and we definitely cannot exist without each other. And to that point, I believe the social media promoted conflict between black men and black women is playing as big a role in the recruiting of black boys and girls into homosexuality, feminism, and transgenderism more than anything the white man is doing. Our teenagers are watching us tear each other down on social media every day. Our elementary school children are watching us tear each other down on social media every day. Could you imagine what that impact is? I never went through that. You never went through that when you was a kid. Imagine getting on the internet, which we didn't have when I was a kid. Imagine getting on the internet and every other page you go to, it's a male-female relationship argument, war. Who's more to blame? Who ain't shit? You don't think that affects our children? We are doing as good of a job as the white power structure is turning black kids away from traditional black marriage.